Ngonyaka ophelile, uJacinta Ngobese oganele kwaZuma wasungula iMarch and March. Ngaleso sikhathi wayesasebenzela Izwi Lomzansi, if I'm not mistaken, iyona radio station ayisebenzela. Kwasuka umama uNomagugu Simelane ophethe i-health laphaya e-KZN. Ngokusho kaSihle Mavuso wafike wathi kwizwi lomzansi, ngoba uJacinta useqala ukulwa nalaba abangabokufika la abangekho documented, bona njengohulumeni bazo withdraw wonke ama-advertisement abawenza nezwi lomzansi unless izwi lomzansi lixosha uJacinta. Yena ngokwenza kwakhe wayethi umthenamandla wawuthi uyayiqeda le nkinga, kanti umnikeza ithuba lokuthi akayisebenze ngempela, ngoba ngempela izwi lomzansi njenge-radio station ukuze yenze imali ikwazi ukukhokhela uJacinta nezindleko zayo idinga bona amakhampani azo-advertise, idinga uhulumeni azo-advertise nabo bamcharge uhulumeni bese-ke benza imali. So ngaleso sizathu kwafuneka ukuthi izwi lomzansi libe kwi-position enzima la khetha ukuthi ngcono silahlekelwe uJacinta nokuthi silahlekelwe imali, kanti lokho kuzomnika ithuba lokuthi abe sekhaya afocus kulento ye-March and March. Njengoba siyibonile-ke ibe impumelelo kangaka, konke lokho ufuna sincome umama uNomagugu Simelane sithi usebenzile Magujwa, ngoba kuba wenzanga kanjalo ngabe le march lena ayizange ibe impumelelo. Kuyaqala eSouth Africa ukuthi uma abahlali beSouth Africa kunento abakhala ngayo, kusuka uhulumeni sibone ominista besi-addressa nge-issue eyodwa kubonakala ukuthi impela bayanyakaza. Kuyaqala kukaningi ngabo abantu betoyitoya, kodwa uhulumeni akarespondi ngendlela aresponde ngayo kulama marches organizer iMarch and March. Sibabonile ngoJanuwari bewolwela iy'ngane ebefuneka zifunde kakhulukazi lapha e-Eddington, kodwa indaba ekhathaza abantu kakhulu abayibuki yonke le misebenzi, bakhathazwa ukuthi ubani obafandayo, who's funding them, who's funding iMarch and March. uJacinta mabembuza lo mbuzo ukuthi who's funding them because kuney'nsolo ezithi bafanda Israel, waphendula kanje,
where are you getting your money from? Israel. Guys, I don't even know anyone from Israel. The only time I ever heard about Israel was in the Bible. And now I'm hearing that I'm funded by Israel. You know, the amount of time people spend on conspiracy theories really worries me. So you guys telling me that black people cannot stand up for anything unless there's money involved?
Sure.
Are we not smart enough? Are we not entitled enough? Do our brains not function unless there's money involved? I find this so very offensive, because if this movement had a lot of white faces here, everybody would be like, oh, let's hear what you have to say. Oh my gosh, why do we have the issue of illegal immigrants? It's such a fundamental right for people to be protected in their country. But because it's black people, you find the most offensive things to say to us. It's disgusting that the media keeps pushing this agenda of us as black people not being able to stand up for ourselves in our communities because we're black. And everything we must do must have money involved. Yes, we know there are people who have bad motives and bad intentions for doing something. But have you ever seen us going to Israel and getting money? Why would you run a story that you don't have proof of? Have you ever asked us for our bank statements and we said no? If you've ever asked us for bank statements and we said no, rightfully write that and say you have issues of who's giving us money. We have bank statements, guys, where people donate. If you want to see them, today I can give them to you. Don't keep making us airheads in our heads. Because now these people, you don't even understand how very detrimental to our lives this thing of aligning us with certain people is. Because you say we are aligned with Israel. What do you think the Palestinians see us as? Exactly. Why do we care if Palestinians and Israelites are in South Africa? Because that's the exact problem that we're talking about. Exactly. What kind of African country has people from other religions fighting religious wars in that country? We are an African country. Why must our African beliefs and values be pushed aside so that we can get ourselves involved in things that have nothing to do with us? Whether you're Muslim or whether you're a Jew, it doesn't matter to us. We just want you to be in the country illegally. Finish. Simple. And asking us where we get our money from if you're not going to contribute a cent to us is not helping us. Give us 600 million as well. Then ask us what we're doing with the money. Because we're not a government entity here. We don't use taxpayers' monies for our existence. Everything that we have to do here requires us to put in our own money. And if South Africans are donating to us, why is it a problem? Because we can't do anything for ourselves.
Yeah.
No, guys, I really find this question highly offensive.
Yona mpendulo le ayilethe uJacinta kodwa ngifuna ukukulethela isizathu esenza ukuthi kube khona abantu abathi kukhona ababafandayo. Ngizokulethela isizathu. Izolo angikhiphanga video ngoba nginenkinga yefoni. Phone yami ifile ukuze ngibe nemali ukuphela kwenyanga. Ngakho ke kungenzeka ama video siwakhipha yabe mancane ngize ngithola imali yokuthi ngikwazi ukulungisa ifoni ngoba ithinteka iscreen iwile. Kushuthi ngizoze ngibone makuphela inyanga. Sizoncenga nje kancane. Futhi angidlulisa ukuphoxeka kwami nokudumala. Fike ngenza ivideo ewu-15 minutes or 10 minutes or 12 minutes. Umuntu alalela u3 minutes wevideo wokuqala. Athi esuka lapha athi bengikulandela noma bengikulalela ngiphoxekile. Usujoin abanye narrative oza nayo. Uma sizoba abantu abanjalo sisazoba nezinkinga eziningi. Uma usazoba umuntu olalelela ukuphendula ungalalela ukunderstand. Ivideo bengiyenzile ebekhuluma ngophakela umthakathi ibihlukene kabili. Beyinesigaba sokuqala seyinsolo zokuthi uphakela umthakathi ukhulume akakhulumanga iqiniso mayithi indodana yakhe ayizange ishuthe. Isigaba sesibili beziveza iqiniso. Umuntu ubona isigaba sokuqala avela akhetha ukuthuka mina. Angeke ngikuphinde lokho. Ngiyazi ukuthi eSouth Africa we are going through a lot. And mntaka baba, mntaka ma, uma ngabe ukungithuka kwakho kwenza ukuthi uzizwe relieved, kukwenzela ukuthi uhile, ungangithuka mina anginankinga nawe. Kodwa ungathi ungangithuka kahle ngisemudini eright. Ngoba uma ungangithuka ngisemudini errong ngizokuphendula gcine ngisengumuntu omubi ongakuhloniphi. Kanti uzongithola ngixakwe into zami yabona manje nje ngifelwe ifoni. Uzongithola kabi ngingenasikhathi sokuncengana nawe noma sokubonisana nawe kahle. Ngeke ngikucela buka ivideo buka ivideo uyibukela ukuyi-understanda bese uyaphawula. Ilokho nje engikucelayo. Umama Moloko Kophayi lo la ku screen sakho Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development umephawula ngalolu daba lwe-funding ekuthiwa ivela kwa-Israel. Yena ngokwakhe ukhulume kanje.
Our presence and our taking Israel to ICJ, if anyone underestimates that, is naive. Israel fights. That court case, it's huge in their shoulders. And they will fight back. They will fight back in the manner that they must show South Africa is not the country with high moral authority to claim humanitarian or advocate of human rights. So that is a risk for us. That as long as we have that case there, those who are brought and their allies who are brought before the ICJ will want to prove South Africa as not having moral authority to claim to be the advocates and champions of human rights. And I do believe that becomes active, but I think it's more active towards ANC leaders and ANC thing because they believe as long as you do not have ANC, then this can be changed. The case is coming through. We have received their response, and from the analysis, I mean, you can see that it's not as strong as it is. So they want to utilize other mechanisms to be able. So their intention, this there, is to have that case of the role in ICJ. And we do believe that is a threat to the leadership that is in the country that believes in this case. And as long as you are seen as the person that is leading this case, and you would be at risk. As long as that particular leadership of this country composes, or the majority are those that would continue to insist of this case proceeding, that's the risk that remains, and we are not naive to that. Maybe just to say on this one as well, I do think it's got, for me, when analyzing the 30th, had very many elements. So you have political parties that saw this as a mechanism of campaign towards the 4th of November. So that as well was something that you could pick up. Because when you look at some of the individuals that are leading, either they are mayoral candidates or candidates for local government, and so an opportunity to be able to advocate for this and fight for this in terms of winning those municipalities out of whatever the government that it is. So that's another element of it that came through with this marches, with these activities.
Zimbili into ayishilo la uminister ezibalulekile. Eyokuqala ukuthi imashi lebikhona ubone ama-political parties amaningi hambisana nayo ngoba kuyindlela campaigna ngayo for ukuthi uma sekuza ama-elections ngoNovember bekwazi ukuthola amavote. Udaba lesibili alivezayo, isizathu esenza ukuthi bacabanga ukuthi le funding abathi i-fund imarch and march ivela kwa-Israel ingoba i-South Africa yathatha i-Israel yayimangalela ku-ICJ ngemveni kokuba behlasela abantu base-Palestine. So ngaleso sizathu bathi yindlela abakwa-Israel abazilwela ngayo ukuthi bafande lama-mashi ukuze i-South Africa ibonakale njengabantu abangawahloniphi amalungelo abantu. Usho ukuthi abakwazi ukuthi bangakhulumela amalungelo abantu ekubeni bona eSouth Africa kunabantu abahlukumezekayo. Yingakho abezindaba ungathi banemandate ukuthi yonke lento uma beyireporta bangayireporta as xenophobic, bangachazi into eyenzeka ngempela ngoba akekho kowabona impi. Nama-mashi lawa lokho ekhona they were peaceful, kodwa baphusha le narrative ukuze kufezeke le nhloso ngoba bafuna kubonakala sengathi kunempi la eSouth Africa, ukusho-ke kukaminister. Kodwa kunento eshiwo former president uThabo Mbeki, ngeke ngakusho lokhu, uzizwe ngomunye wabantu angingakhathali ukumlalela. Ngizokucaphunela yena bese ngiphawula emvana, kodwa kunephuzu elibalulekile alivezayo.
We made a mistake in 2008 in government. I'll explain just now what the mistake was. Now, in 2008, here the story goes like this. That in 2008, there was a very bad outbreak of xenophobia in the country, as a result of which at least 62 people were killed, and so on. It's true, there was that, something happened, and so many people were killed. I'm saying the mistake we made is this. The intelligence service at the time, which I was in better shape than it is today, actually looked at that Martin Alexander Township. That's where it started. That thing was not xenophobia from the ordinary people of Alexander saying we hate these Africans. It didn't come from that. It was a deliberate decision to drive out as many Zimbabweans as possible to go and vote in Zimbabwe. That 2008 election in Zimbabwe. And intelligence, our intelligence said all the details. Who started it? What meetings took place at Madala Hostel? Who was at it? All of that. It was a very deliberate, conscious attempt. You would remember, if those who were around, that the MDC in Zimbabwe even said we're going to send buses to come and fetch those people. Intelligence did a very detailed report about what that thing was. It wasn't xenophobia. It was not xenophobia in the sense of we hate these Africans. It was somebody who said, even more or less by definition, these Zimbabweans who've run away and are in South Africa, almost by definition will be against ZANU-PF. We need them in Zimbabwe to go and vote against ZANU-PF. that group, which was responsible, they tried to do that, mobilize in Khuzong on the West Rand. There's a long report, you'll find it on the internet on Khuzong. The local leadership in Khuzong of the ANC, the Communist Party, the trade unions, they said, no, we're not going to join that. There was no sign of any kind of any xenophobia in Khuzong. It was a political decision of the leadership. Because masses of the people in Khuzong or Alexander, people in Alexander ordinarily, they didn't want to say we want to chase Zimbabweans. It was a political decision. I'm saying the mistake we made, comrades, was that we should actually have declassified that report from intelligence. I've said this publicly, that I hope the government now can declassify that report so that people can understand the kind of detail Trevor is asking for. Practically, what is happening in our country? All instances, all of them, except in this listed one, current one, whether you're talking about Cape Town, or Durban, all the instances that we've heard of these things, they are organizers. There are reasons for it. In the Cape Town townships, it was fights among traders. So that in the end, they sat together, all the traders, like Khayelitsha, and said, let's have an agreement among ourselves, the traders. These parts of Khayelitsha, it's us, the domestic ones, will have our shops. You, Somalis or whatever, that section. And price, bread, this and that, let's not compete on price. They had a very detailed trading agreement, and that was the end of the violence. It's because you don't have an instinct among the ordinary mass of the people. The people that Comrade Vavi represents, his workers, they don't instinctively say we hate foreigners. Somebody else goes and organizes them. Like now, what is happening today, it's not because the masses of ordinary people woke up and said, we don't want undocumented people. It's organized. But I'm just citing these instances, colleagues, to say we need to listen to this appeal in order to discharge this function of ours of leading. We've got to empower ourselves with the truth, not slogans.
For the longest time, the ANC or the government was controlling a narrative using the mainstream media. Kodwa ngenxa ya social media, yama-podcasters, abasakwazi ukudrive i-narrative. Leli qinisa liveza manje uzizibe solazi nini. Le information atshelwa yona, le information abamnika yona, bayiclassify ine-intelligence, besizoyazi nini ukuthi intelligence yamazisa ukuthi hayi lana njengoba kunje yingenxa ukuthi MDC yayiholwa uMorgan Tsvangirai bafuna abantu beyovota eZimbabwe ngingakho kubhebhetheliswe lempe khona kube sengathi kushaya abantu baseZimbabwe ukuze bezokhishelwa amabhasi bezohamba babuyele eZimbabwe bezofike bavote. Manje abakwazi control narrative iphuzu lokuqala. Okwesibili iyabadidi much and much ingakho sebecabangela oIsrael sebecabangela yini asazi ukuthi ubani ofanda much and much kodwa uJesinto sesitshelile wathi akekho umuntu obafandayo. Okwesibili uma kuzothiwa abantu base South Africa uma besukuma bona beveza into abangezingabaphethe kahle kusuke kunemali phakathi lokho kusho ukuthi abantu base South Africa abakwazi ukucabanga kusho ukuthi abantu base South Africa abakwazi nje ukubona into engabaphethe kahle bese bethi lento yaza sihambelani nayo ilinhlamba ngempela lelo gama usho ukuthi abantu base South Africa banamqondo. Kodwa mina ngibuza ukuthi le information besolithola nini iqiniso? Asilinde nje silalele kodwa nje kukhulu esifihlelwe khona. Kukhulu ngempela esifihlelwe khona. Ya ngoba wathi omunye ubhuti kimi, ungayithembi yonke into otshelwa yona kwabezindaba. Wozibuza ukuthi kazini ongatshelwanga yona. Kuleyo otshelwa yona yeyibalekile ukuthi uyizwe kodwa gazi yiphi lo ongazange utshelwe yona. Mina ngizibuza ukuthi besokwazi nini ngale report ukuthi kune report ayilethelwa i-intelligence esese president yena ukuthi kune xenophobia. Uma kukhulunywa la kuthiwa ama xenophobia la eSouth Africa yaqala ngo-2008. Kubonakala kushawa abantu baseZimbabwe. Kusho njalo. Kusho umlando ongekho. Kodwa kunabantu abathize abanolwazi. Iziphi inyathelo azithatha yena seyitholile lo information noma wayihambelana nento ayenza ngaleso sikhathi? Engakho ngithe ibalulekile lesihloko esikhuluma ngaso ngoba sizivezela iqiniso besingalazi. Yingakho manje izinkulumo ezithi uJacinta ufandwa iIsrael zisuswa ukuthi khona into yakenzeka ngaphambilini. Mhlambe kwakufandwa bona. Ngoba phela azange benze lutho kunalokho bavumela inarrative leyayikhona ethi South Africa is xenophobic ngo-2008. Uma ungasungena ku-internet ubuze xenophobia qani neSouth Africa bazokutshela ukuthi ngo-2008. Kodwa former president usesazisile ukuthi no lewe kwakuyinto ehleliwe yamtshela i-intelligence into abayenza they've declassified that information. They've declassified that information. President Cyril Ramaphosa mayema phambi kwethu esitshela ukuthi uhulumeni akufanele ngenzeni. Yini intelligence emtshele yona? Yini ayaziyo? Yini esifihlelwa yona? Njengoba kube sengathi abantu bayaqoqwa manje, yini esifihlelwa yona? Na umbuzo sengizibuza wona. Kuthi igazi yini esingatshelwanga yona? Njengoba sibona uminister engathi khona abakwenzayo nje, gazi yini abasifihlela yona?